And see, things are all normal now. Testing, testing. The configured recording path could not be opened. Right, because I need to actually mount it. So we're not going to be doing a webcam then. Because, yeah. Apparently, I need to figure out how to make it not use my thing. Oh my goodness. And all my audio is probably messed up now. Okay, so, as I was saying, I don't know what I want to do. For this stream. I think I'm just gonna do some like gaming, maybe talking about some code stuff. I need to make sure that I have the right thing routed for the music. There we go. Okay. So, I guess what I should explain what was happening. Make sure my audio settings are all fine. That looks fine. Basically, what was happening was my phone. I'm using Epoch Cam from Elgato. It has something. It has a mode where it like streams the video over USB by creating like a network connection. Why are my fans being crazy? Because this needs to be restarted. Everything is not going right. This is one of the many reasons I have not switched to Linux, is because streaming it feels like a nightmare still, so. Alright, glad I've gotten that mostly sorted out. I will restore Twitch chat. Hopefully, it says unstable. It looks like it's fine now. I'm gonna refresh this page. And I am so tired. Okay, I need to hide this because it's broken. Yeah. Basically, so basically my phone's creating a network connection over the USB. And then I'm able to capture that. I'm able to capture that in OBS. Encoder overloaded. I don't think so. I mean, we're not dropping frames, so I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna record. Configure recording path right. Okay, I'm going to put this on while I get my shit back together. Okay, start recording. No? Oh my god. For crying out loud. Sharing is caring too. Mount that. You gonna work? Yes. Okay. Anyway, it creates an Ethernet network device over the USB, and for some reason, Linux is preferring to send web traffic through the USB connection rather than. Woohoo! Definitely take number one. Yeah, right? Hi. The cat's still on the windowsill. Anyway, for some reason Linux is trying to send the network traffic over the USB network connection, which in turn just goes to my phone, and then my phone's just trying to route it, I guess, over cell service. Though I don't know why I can't just route it to the Wi-Fi at least, but it doesn't. For some reason, Linux is preferring that over the actual Ethernet connection, which is literal freaking gigabit. I have gigabit internet. Ugh. Oh, I scared the cat. But yeah, we'll go back to the screen scene. We'll put OBS back over here. Everything looks fine now. So, welcome to my Linux setup. It has to make sure your camera quality is as pristine as possible. I guess so. Yeah, I guess that's probably the other reason. It's just the amount of data being sent over that. Okay, please let me move Steam. Are you okay, Steam? I don't fucking know what it's doing. Please open on a window. Why can't I do anything? And why are you opening over here? I'm so confused. What are you doing? Oh my god, why is the stupid Steam window not moving? Like, I can't move it. I can minimize it and I can close it. What the fuck? Oh my god, I've never had this be a problem before. Why is it a problem now when I'm trying to stream? Yeah. Alright, whatever. We're not gonna use Steam then, I guess. I guess maybe research. Oh. Holy cat. I wish I could have my webcam on to show what the cat's up to, but you know. Let's see. So I was trying to use this AI to tell me what the heck to do, but it's not. It wasn't being useful. And I probably have all my audio settings messed up. No, that's fine. Okay. Are my audio levels alright? Hopefully my audio levels are fine. Find your phone connection, likely named something like wired connection 1. Increase its metrics significantly. They're fine? Okay. I'm going to put this back over here. why is everything trying to open on the other monitor? This is so annoying. Okay, Ubuntu priority like, how do I set the priority for network? I guess this is what the stream will be about today, is just getting myself settled with Linux. Machines connected to Wi-Fi and 3G The command can be used to change the metric. To use this, first see the metrics using the route command. Now obviously I don't need to like expose my IP and all that, so I'm gonna do most of this off screen. Hell, let's install this. More programs that I don't really want to have on my computer, but will have anyway. Sudo apt install nettools, which I apparently don't have installed yet. Do I not have Wi-Fi on? I don't. That's probably one thing. There you go. $600 for the Wi-Fi. So if I connect my phone to my computer now, okay, but everything is fine. Ooh. So if I connect my phone after I start streaming, then things are okay. So now the next thing is 101. So it should still be prioritizing Ethernet, but it's not. Okay, hold on, let me get my phone back up. Okay. And we're back. The cat is sitting on the other chair. That's fine. Okay. We are back. You see me? I'll go to the screen so I can use all my monitors here. Okay. Everything's fine? Is everything fine? Also, I need to get my... I need to get my background removal back, but man, OBS is... I don't understand what to do about OBS on Linux right now, because native OBS is just broken. Like, I get so many GUI issues, like it's beyond just broken. In fact, I could probably just start it up. Actually, I'm not gonna do that right now, but so I have to use it from Flatpak, because I'm using it from Flatpak, just the paths that it uses for config are just different for whatever dumb, stupid reason. But I guess it makes installing plugins kind of more difficult, because plugins install their stuff to the native OBS. Oh my god, please. So, yeah. I also don't really like Flatpak, so... But okay. According to this... So, the lower the metric, the more it's preferred. So if I do this, sudo if metric for this one, which is my phone connection, and I set that to something like 800. Then even the Wi-Fi should be preferred over that, at the very least. And even the Wi-Fi I should get roughly gigabit anyway, but who knows if that'll stay. Quick solution coming to mind to make it permanent is add... I don't want to add it to cron tab. Higher metric is more expensive to use, so the OS will use interfaces with the lowest metric. Metrics are specified in the file X network interfaces. Okay, so sudo nano etc network interfaces. That's not a file. Man page for route. Alright, I'm just going to copy this and put this in my solutions note. I don't know why everything's trying to open on the other freaking monitor. Please stop it. I thought I set this as my main. Displays. primary display. Multitasking. Yeah, I don't know how to get it to... It would be nice if Steam was, like, movable. But it's not. I literally cannot move the Steam window for some reason. Shit's just dumb. Let's see, Linux. I guess notes. NDI. Phone connection being used. This isn't really a note. I just need to put this somewhere, so to documents. Alright. I know you can't see my screen, which is very boring, but I just want to not dox myself while trying to do stuff with my network. Alright, things seem to be fine now. So, do I play some games? Let's see, settings. I'll bring up my screen once again. I really want to animate my sword background. Since Steam's in the way, I can't see chat. Interface. Startup and library. I don't know why the Steam window is not even... I can't, like, move it anywhere. Which is really weird. Do I just need to, like, freaking reinstall Steam? I don't get this stuff. What game should I play if I could, you know, actually show it? We should play Hollow Knight, getting ready for that Silk Song. The Silk Song hype. I haven't played Hollow Knight in a while. Or should I play some Minecraft? I don't have any of my code stuff set up very well right now, so I don't really want to mess with all that. I guess I should finish playing Portal. Let's play, Yeah, I literally can't drag Steam windows for some reason. Why is this not playing? Edit stream info. We're gonna change this to. We're gonna play Power Wash Simulator for a bit. I guess I'm pretty far in this game. I don't actually know how far I am. Let me bring up OBS again. Make sure everything's all good. Oh, yes. Okay, so I was cleaning whatever this thing is. It's a nice building here. I am not very good at remembering the keybinds, apparently. Also, I cannot hear the game. Oh, because I don't have an application open over here. Can I not minimize this? Okay, I'm just gonna quit the game so I can freaking do anything. It's like everything's fine when I use Linux until I start streaming, and then it's just a disaster. Alright. I guess I shall just do some chatting, because gaming doesn't seem to be working too well either. So how is everyone doing? I actually have some plans. So I'm on a unpaid vacation from work right now, so it gives me some time to do some more streaming, I think, since I'll be home a bit more. I'm gonna do some like Uber Eats delivery stuff and whatnot. You know, I gotta pay the bills still, but since I can work on my own time, basically, it means I can do some more streaming, and hopefully I can get affiliate soon, and maybe just try to start making some money from streaming as well. But who knows? I don't think I make that much from streaming either, because it doesn't sound very profitable. So I think the main thing I need is the 3 viewers. The 3 average viewers, and I mean getting the followers shouldn't be too hard. I've been slowly getting more and more, so that's pretty good. Actually, do I have a goal set up for 50 followers? I do. I did hear that Twitch was going to be making it so you don't need affiliate in order to have all of the like cool features and stuff and be able to like monetize yourself basically, so you'll be able to get subs and bits without having to become affiliate. But I don't know, they didn't give a timeline for that, so who knows when they'll actually do that. I'm sure they'll probably give some incentive to still do to still get to affiliate, like being able to run ads and get ad revenue. And I'm gonna guess they'll probably have like different percent of share. So like when you're not affiliate, you'd probably get a smaller share of the amount of money from subscriptions and bits, whereas affiliate you'll get the same or maybe even more. I don't really know. They might also make affiliate harder to get, but this is just speculation, so I don't know. You know, something I should try to do. OBS always on top. I don't know what Steam was doing and why it was broken. CSS Minecraft. Yes. Someone made this. This is entirely in CSS and HTML. There is no JavaScript in any of this. And it's just Minecraft. A very dumbed down, basic Minecraft. But, yeah, we can do this. What should I build? I should build something. Should I build a house? I'm gonna build a house. We'll build a classic glass sandwich. Although this will be a fancy glass sandwich, actually, because classic glass sandwiches, I'm clicking the wrong places. They don't actually have log pillars. Yeah, I can't believe this is entirely in HTML and CSS. I don't even know how, like, you do that. No JavaScript. I just don't understand how you don't use JavaScript for this. I guess you need to break this one, because if you're gonna have a door here... Move inside. Yeah, things kind of start breaking down pretty easily. Yeah, this is pretty unplayable. I guess I could play some Minecraft. So if let's see, downloads, Prism launcher. This is a pretty cool mod pack. It's supposed to be just like very like aesthetically pleasing. There is like another version to it that's like supposed to make Minecraft like incredibly realistic. Like down to like trees have like branches and there's like hundreds of branch type things. Leave me alone. Oh, you know what? I guess I should be thinking about what I actually want to stream on that. I guess it is late tonight, so what time is it? It's already 10:39. Okay. I want to make a Twitch overlay and maybe some sort of interaction kind of thing, allowing stream chat to interact with the stream in some way. Because most of the streamers that I watch often, they are doing some sort of like overlay that chat can interact with, and you know, I feel like that brings some nice to do while I do my other stuff. I also want to work on the falling sand simulation. Definitely the falling sand simulation. And my website. There's more to do. I haven't made any blog posts because I feel like it's still kind of too hard to make a blog post. I have a few project ideas in mind that I want to pursue. I don't know. I feel like I need to like actually plan those a bit more. Oh yeah, this is like insanely realistic like already. Like these shaders are kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. And the texture pack. Like, water is like actually water-like. Whoa, there's like even reflection. You can see a reflection in the water. Kind of. Well, at least your hand. Imagine ray traced. Like, look at how insane this looks. This is also modded, so there are some like modded creatures in here. There are some weird texture bugs, it seems like. But yeah, we've got like, is this a squid? Wow. I think there's jellyfish in here too. We got another squid type. My GPU fans have kicked on. Actually, I don't know if this is like got any modded creatures. Maybe I'm wrong about that. All we need is freaking distant horizons. Does this have distant horizons? No. Now imagine distant horizons with this. Although, like, the shaders probably wouldn't work. I think that's probably why you wouldn't have distant horizons. It's another squid type. Look how freaking insane this water looks. This is like crazy. You can't even tell what blocks these are. I bet my stream is like lagging like crazy. I mean, I haven't dropped any frames, so that's good. Whoa, look at the chicken. I can hardly hear the game. I've turned my volume like way down. I am my bit rate is yucky. Let's see. I have been playing. I do also want to do some gaming streams, or gaming while I stream. Sometimes I might as well. I kind of want to play this Cuboid Outpost mod pack live. I've been playing it just in my own time, and I like it so far. It's an interesting concept, so we'll maybe have to give that a try. Welcome to my Linux setup. There's not really much special on. I do have DaVinci Resolve working. Bash his. Oh, I'm in cat dot bash history. Here we go. Opt resolve bin resolve. There we go. I have got DaVinci Resolve working. There's a lot of issues, I will say, using it on Linux. A lot of codecs aren't supported due to like licensing issues. So I found I've had to like test what codecs I can record in, and like some codecs are supported when you do the video codec is one. Ugh, the pain. But I found that I can do EV1 and PCM 32-bit float audio, which both seem to work pretty well, which is kind of fun because PCM 32-bit float does not actually work on Windows in Resolve, so yeah. But that does mean that a lot of my video clips I can't edit because they use AAC as the audio codec, and Resolve can't do that on Linux. So if I want to edit any of my past videos, I'm probably gonna have to do some like proxy clips. The cat has joined me once again. Is OBS not always on top? Oh, it is. As you can see. Welcome, Sriracha the cat. Oh, sorry. So, cat cam for sure. Definitely will help the stream. I could say that's a guarantee. I'm also, not sleeping in the same room that I'm streaming in anymore. Thank goodness. Bedroom is in a separate room. I do want to get some like shelving behind me or something so I can put stuff on it. And it is a bit echoey in here still, so I might get some of those like foam triangles, whatever the frick. Alright, we'll close resolve. Please close. New window. What do they call those? Why can't I think of what they're called? Every streamer has them. They're those like the foam things that you attach to the wall, and they got like the triangle insulation, sound insulation. Acoustic foam panels. That's close enough. Bed Bath and Beyond. That's an interesting. I might get some of these. Probably not like this exactly, but once I get some shelves, I'll get some of those set up. Then I'm a true streamer. You're not a real streamer until you have the acoustic panels. Yeah, like these. Every streamer's all the good streamers have some of these up. Or these. Although usually they have like the some colored ones. Something like this. Is the music? I'm gonna turn the music down a bit. Actually, I'm gonna do that in here. Because it's too loud for me. Something like this. Definitely also need to get the cat set up behind me with a separate camera. Or if she actually finds that she likes sitting up there, then... I mean, I was gonna take a picture, but I'm using my phone. She's almost a perfect loaf. Yeah? You a loaf now? Why, hello. Oh, I should, shout out to, Swashbuckling Fox. He does, Unreal Engine game dev and some gaming occasionally. I don't entirely watch his stuff that much. I just hang around in the streams once in a while though. I'm a true fan. Though. But yeah, he's him and Matt Bird's Quest have offered to, help me reach Twitch affiliate by lurking and directing people to follow me if they wish to. But yeah, insulation, acoustic panels. It is too bright in here. I'm gonna turn a light off. I'll be right back. There we go. You can probably still see me because iPhones have really good cameras apparently. Like every webcam I tried even like $200 webcams, and they were ass. I'm just gonna say it straight up, terrible. And like low light, they were bad. In the bright light, they were bad, and also had like the window behind me, which I still in fact have a window behind me. Although I could put my camera on the other side of my desk and point it away from the window if I wish to, or I could maybe mount the camera up over my monitor and point it away. So like I don't have a window behind me, so it's a little easier to manage. Yeah, and just the video quality of some of them weren't great. Some of them had some weird frame rate things, which was really bad. One of them was particularly bad. Like if you had it in 4K mode and you wanted 60 FPS, it would be in like 30 FPS, but like when it detected there was like motion, it would like suddenly boost into 30 FPS or 60 FPS, which I mean is fine if you're doing like video conferencing and stuff, but like it just looked bad if I'm like trying to stream. So yeah, not the best. I guess I could talk about my home server setup. I've actually finally set up a home server. Um but yeah, back to my webcam issues. I ended up discovering that my iPhone camera is pretty good, and yeah, it handles the bright light really well. It handles the low light really well. It's high quality. It doesn't do weird FPS things because it's an iPhone. Why would it do that stuff? Just the hard part is figuring out how to actually use it as a webcam. So now that we figure that out, but even like the low light, the only light coming in here is my monitor screen, and like there's not even like light outside the window. The monitor is the only thing lighting up my face right now. So I mean, I don't even think it's that grainy either. So pretty good if you ask me. I did want to get something like an actual DSLR camera, but they're kind of expensive, and I want to go a little more on the more expensive side. Oh, the cat's running. I want to go on the more expensive side of an actually like really nice one, because I want to also use it for photography, taking pictures. I like going on hikes and stuff, and I would like to, be able to take pictures and stuff while I do that. Or like taking pictures of the cat or something. Just whatever. But also being able to use it as a webcam, and like it's really hard to find DSLRs that are good as a webcam apparently. I don't know what scared the cat, but she ran off. uh, yeah, where'd she go? Anyway, now I was talking about something else before I interrupted myself again with the webcam stuff. But I don't remember what I was saying. Definitely, though, I could get a webcam, like a not is it doesn't need to be a perfect webcam if as like a cat cam if we ever get the cat set up in here. I think you can probably see outside. Hopefully it's not enough to dox myself. It is late at night, so there's like a light out there which really annoys me. It's one of those like circle lights. It's a lamp. It's not that bright, but because there's no other lights or anything outside, it's the only light, and it kind of looks like the moon as well, but maybe a bit brighter. But like I can see it out my window when I'm trying to fall asleep. And like it doesn't bring any light in, but it's just like there's a light over there. Like it's I don't know, it's just distracting. So yeah, we're pretty close to the 50 followers. Can I not open a new tab? Analytics. Overview. So we are pretty close. 3 follows. Research. Achievements. Path to affiliate. Apparently I gotta build a community first. Get 5 people chatting at the same time. 4 out of 5. We're pretty close there. I think I can share this without doxing myself. So, I mean, we gotta get this first. I don't think it's a requirement, but, I mean, this is part of the same requirement. Reach 25 followers. Have they changed this? That seems different. I thought it was 50 followers. Stream on 4 different days, that's pretty easy. Stream for 4 hours, that I can easily hit. I've probably already almost hit that. And now I've only been live for an hour. I'll hit that by the end of this stream, I can tell you that. 3 average viewers on 4 different days. Okay, so they've actually changed that. That's actually even harder to get, I think. Because before it was just minimum of 3 average viewers, but I think that only had to be on like, that had to be your average. From here, your like 30-day average viewers had to be like 3, which was actually, maybe that is easier to get though. I guess it depends. Because, like, there were times that I had, like, 4 average viewers or something for, like, a few days. But then, like, the rest of the days that I streamed throughout the month were, like, 1 or 2 average viewers. So, like, I was at, like, 2.5 average viewers for the whole month. I was like, no! If only I just stopped streaming and left it at those 4 days that I had, or some crap like that. I think they changed this. Reach 25 followers. This, how do I have 0? I guess I haven't streamed in a while, so this is probably broken. Do you have to get 25 followers? This is definitely different, though. So this might actually be easier to get then, because there were a set of days where I had 3 or more average viewers, but it wasn't enough of my 30-day average, or wasn't enough in the 30 days to be it. So this is actually probably easier now then. You need to get 4 different days within the 30-day period of 3 average viewers. I think this stream will probably get it, because, you know, it seems like I've been sticking around 3 to 4. Reach 25 followers? Path to partner. Stream for 25 hours. That's freaking easy. Stream on 12 different days. That's easy. Average 75 viewers. That's not easy. Okay. So I guess reaching 50 followers. Interesting. When did they change that? Oh, it's so bright. To become a Twitch affiliate, you must meet the following 4 requirements. Reach 25 followers. Okay, well, I've done that. Stream for 4 hours. Stream on 4 different days. And average 3 viewers on 4 different days. All 4 achievements must be fully completed to be invited to the affiliate program. You will be invited via email and a Twitch notification. Reach a minimum of 3 average viewers over any 4 stream days in the last 30 days. Days below 3 average viewers don't count against you. Okay, that's interesting. So I actually think that's easier then, because before, days where you didn't get 3 average viewers, when you got less than 3 average viewers, that basically was counting against you. It was making it harder. So they've definitely made this easier. When did they change this? Monetization tools, sharing, subscription, ad revenue. Okay, so they've made it easier to become affiliate, but maybe that's what they meant by being able to allow anybody to become monetized. Increased VOD storage. I think I actually already have like way more than that because I have Amazon Prime, I guess, apparently, that gives you like 30 days of VOD storage or something. I guess we could actually look. Yeah, partners, Turbo, and Prime users. No hourly limit. 60 days storage. Okay, so 2 months. That's quite interesting. I didn't actually know that until like I was confused at why my VODs were not disappearing. Eligible to create stories, I don't care. Customizable channel points, polls, and access to instant emote uploads. Okay, so they made Twitch affiliate easier. Okay. See, they've definitely made this easier, I guess. Partner, obviously. What do you get when you get partner, actually? I'm curious about that. Twitch partners can earn revenue by accepting subscriptions from their viewers. This doesn't seem to explain what you get when you get partner. Interesting. Stream summary. I guess this is my last, or this is my current stream, I guess. Average viewers 2? What are you talking about? I guess it is 2 right now. Damn it. That's quite interesting, though. So it's easier to get Twitch affiliate. At least I think it is. I'm gonna go get water. I'm gonna be right back. And we are back. And I got the Cheez-Its. So I can eat. And I also my water. Man, I cannot wait until I can have channel points so I can have people telling me to hydrate. Or I could have something like stop eating snacks or something like that. I don't freaking know. Sea lion. Um. All right. We'll open up Scene Lion. Unstaged changes. Yikes. Undo and undo. Roll back, I guess. Already up to date. Okay. Let's go ahead and change this to software and game dev. I'm gonna do a bit of sand sim. Alright, so this is complaining because I'm using standard atomic, but I don't import atomic, apparently. Or include atomic. Cool. Man, I really want to get like ambient occlusion working on this. Alright, so what I want to do here... to get like a step ladder. Screen capture, sand sim. You know what I want to make? Allocation window, or Kia. There we go. What I really want to do is make a version of this that like runs and it just like sprinkles sand just falling, so like and then I can use that as my like break scene or be right back scene where so you'll just be able to like here, let's make some sand. So you'll like see something like this, but like constantly, just as like the background or something. I feel like the lighting needs to be a lot better though. This is some awful lighting. Oh my goodness. The thing that I struggle with the most with this still is figuring out how to optimize particle movement and how to deal with particles moving between chunks. Since like chunk updates are weird and like alright, imagine this is a chunk border here. So if this particle moves from this chunk to this chunk, there are a few problems. Not even thinking about the threading problems. But say that this chunk updates before this chunk updates, but particles from this chunk go into this chunk. Now, this chunk's gonna update, so that means this particle moved here, and then also in the same update cycle will also move again, which is not what you want at all. But it would also be incredibly inefficient to be marking particles as having been updated this update loop. So the other thing then is then you need to know whether whether when moving a particle into a chunk, the particle the chunk needs to know what to do with that particle, whether the chunk has been updated this loop or not. But that means I then have to, at the end of the update, go over all the chunks and like reset their update thing. So like if this particle moves in this chunk and this chunk has already been updated, then this chunk can then go, oh, okay, I've already been updated this loop. I'll go ahead and just insert the particle into my data and also the update queue. But if I haven't been updated yet, then I know that after I update, I can then insert this particle into my queue. But the other problem is that when it updates, it needs to know that this particle exists. It just needs to know not to update it. So really the particle should be inserted, but it should be added to some sort of queue of don't update. Like a blacklist of particle positions not to update. But that seems overly complicated. And yeah. The other thing is to yeah, it's just something that I'm struggling a lot to like figure out how to handle it. I just don't know the best way to handle cross chunk movement. There's also just bugs related to it. Like if I move some particles from up here, I think sometimes particles get stuck. Yeah, some of them get stuck. And that's because like there'll be a particle on top or below. I think it's more just like a particle update issue, but well I guess the other thing is since there's a particle below here, but it's in another chunk, this particle isn't being updated because this particle's saying, oh, well, I moved, but there is nothing actually there because it's out of my bounds, so. Really, when these do their bounds checking, they need to then, if it's out of bounds, it needs to check into the next chunk. One thing I could do is just eliminate chunks. But there's problems with that, I think. And like loading and saving the chunk or the particle data. Because if there's, I have a hard time imagining a way to be able to persist the particles if there's not a chunk system. I mean, they could be chunked when they're saved. But the other thing is like, as you're moving around, it's like, I don't want there'd just be everything loaded. That's just impossible. There needs to be some sort of distance. The other thing is that all chunks that you can see are being will be simulated. I think there should probably be like a simulation distance, so like these chunks that you are around you have a high priority being simulated. But if there's some extra time, go ahead and simulate one of the other chunks that you can see or something. Or even just like, I don't know. Also looks like we're seeing some red particles again. Well, actually, I don't know if this is after I've fixed the data. Go ahead and delete those. I think I've since fixed that bug, I hope. There's some Z fighting, I guess. But the thing is rendering these is incredibly fast, even when there's a lot of them. Even if I don't greedy mesh them, I don't think I'm actually greedy meshing. I'm like just removing faces that don't touch air. And that's just CPU side. Also, like loading chunks in is very bad. I don't know if that's just the file read and write IO speeds. I guess it probably is. Maybe I should cast that to like a thread. It's like, okay, here are chunks that are needing to be discarded. And then some separate thread goes and takes care of reading and writing them. And then also, if reading's also slow, then like here's a thread that's responsible for taking requests to load in chunks. Oh, did this stop working? Yes, I think so. I think when I close the window, it doesn't... Okay. I'm gonna just screen share. There are stats here. Why is there Z fighting? But yeah, there's just... I think I just got, like, demotivated and stuff because, like, I just don't know how to deal with the actual simulation. And then there's the other part of, like, how to deal with the movement and stuff. And, like, how... defining how particles move and interact with each other. I just feel, like, very stuck when it comes to those things. I just don't quite have a solution. Let's see, C++ reflection. Are there any updates on this? Yeah. You can probably see the cat here. Sriracha. Oh. Your connection is not private. What are you talking about? Wait, don't lose my screws. Damn it. Leave my screws alone. I'm not used to living with a cat, so. Yeah. Sriracha is not my cat, by the way. It's my girlfriend's cat. But since we moved in together, we've, moved the cat in. Yeah, you can mess with that. Just don't eat it. As you start eating it, don't eat it. I love cats so much. No, don't eat it. She's trying to mess with this twisty pie. You can mess with it, you just can't eat it, okay? Man, I really want reflection in C++. Yeah? I don't think I've liked the proposed syntax when it comes to the reflection stuff. But you know what? If we get reflection, we get reflection. I'm not complaining. As long as I don't have to type some, like, stupid long syntax for it. Hmm. Huh. No reflection yet. I think there's a lot of the stuff that I actually needed to rewrite. I wanted to talk about my my home server. I need to upgrade. Why are you messing with that? I need to think about upgrading the CPU in my home server. Because right now it's just 2 cores. But I'm actually hosting a Minecraft server. I don't actually know if it's accessible right now. I was going to check. But the IP is I think it's 1.21.5 or something like that. Yeah. Okay, so the tunnel's not working. But anyway, yeah, we blew up a huge hole and I decided to live inside of it. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be up correctly. But I've been wanting to also host, like my own Git server. I'm hitting my keyboard. We'll do this. Let's make a new vault. Home Inspur Obsidian. Okay. Oh, I got that set up. So I want to host Minecraft servers of my own. I don't want to host other people's Minecraft servers. I want to host a Git server. Probably something with the UI as well. I've been thinking about doing Nextcloud just for myself. Currently I have a Samba server, a Samba file server that's just entirely local, just for me to put files on that I want to, keep stored. I do need to figure out. I guess the other thing is backups of file server. Just because I have an 8 terabyte hard drive in there, and so I want to store a lot of my stuff on it, but I also then want to make sure that I can make backups. I haven't quite figured out how to deal with that. Another thing to host is Bitwarden, because you can self-host that. That also needs backups. If I can spell correctly. I guess you could probably count, wanting to upgrade the CPU. Currently it's like an Intel something or other with 2 cores. It's not great. I like to. I don't know if I really want like a media server or anything, but if I do pursue another idea of mine, I'd probably host at least like some of the processing for an idea that I have on it. So that would be video encoding. I guess it wouldn't be necessarily encoding, but just like processing. If I can spell processing right, which I can't because it's like 12. It's almost midnight, yeah. This actually comes with another idea, so, thinking of a video upload platform, basically a competitor to YouTube, but one whose long-term goal isn't to eventually become crappy and shitify like every other freaking software and make the user experience miserable for profit. The idea is that the 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 platform will always and continue to be, to the best of its ability, um, caring of the user. Think of it like Steam. Steam actually cares about the gamers and stuff. And while they do make a profit, they still care about the gamers. They are gamers themselves. But like they don't have a need to shitify themselves. I mean, they pretty much are like Steam is so good. Anyway, um but the other thing is, I guess I should write this. Never in shitify. Now, don't get me wrong, investors are great, but like we're not gonna do any of this shit where we are, trying to always like make the investors all happy and shit. Kind of whatever fucking excuses. Like, I'm not adding this bullshit to my platform just for the investors to give me more money. No. If there's investors that are interested in investing in what the platform has to offer or is going to offer, but if they're going to invest in some shit they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, then get the fuck out of here anyway. But like the whole goal is to not really be investor focused, money focused. The other idea is, instead of like video processing and storage is actually pretty cheap if you can do it right. It's really the processing that costs a lot, I think. I haven't done too much research into it, but like compute costs a lot, especially if you want GPUs for it. Not that you really need GPUs for video like re-encoding and stuff, but the whole idea is we'll just start with no ads. There's not gonna be a singular ad anywhere on this goddamn platform. And the way that we want to make that work. When I say we, it's just me. The way I want to make that work is basically pay for what you use. Now this I haven't completely worked out, and that's why I'm not sure that this is even viable at all. But like, who pays for what and what usage of what? I haven't really thought it through that much, but I think the main idea is when you upload a video, there are costs associated with processing that video into a compatible format for viewing it on the web, along with like different resolutions. YouTube does this. You get the highest resolution that the video is uploaded in, but then you get like a few lower resolutions depending on your network speed. You'll be able to choose a resolution. That's where most of the cost is probably going to come from, is processing the video into those different resolutions. And maybe storage should also be considered, but I haven't thought about that. But it's like, you upload a video, you're going to incur a bit of cost, but it's only to upload when you upload the video. So like, you upload the video, say it costs 50 cents to process your video into the multiple formats and resolutions and whatever. It's 50 cents to do all that. That's just 50 cents that you've been charged, and one time. Like, it doesn't cost 50 cents per month to have processed your video once. So there's no subscription necessarily. It's more you pay for what you use. The compute cost of your actions are going to be paid for. You got to pay for them. I feel like it sounds cringe, but like, I don't know. I feel like it just makes more sense. Like, I mean, like, I'm not rich or anything, but like, I feel like I would be more willing to pay some small amount of money for every video I watch on YouTube. I would much rather that than ads, especially if some of that is always going to the creator. So like, in general, it's just more sustainable anyway for everybody, I think. But only if it's done right. That's the thing. It's gotta be done right. But if it costs a few cents to watch a 3 hour video on YouTube, because I gotta pay for help pay for the storage of the video, or pay the creator or something, like that's fine. And like I feel like it also would help people in general not consume so much media. I mean, like, I don't think it's a problem for everyone. There are certainly a lot of people out there that need to go touch grass. You know what I'm saying? I need to touch grass. And I feel like if I'm paying to be watching videos, I would probably much rather go do something else than paying to watch videos. In fact, I would probably much rather be going and doing a few Uber Eats deliveries. Now I've just got enough money that I can spend the next day watching YouTube the entire day. But now I gotta, go do some more Uber Eats deliveries, and then I can watch videos. But like now I've gone outside. I've gone and done something productive or useful-ish, I guess you could say. I don't know. I feel like it promotes healthier habits. I don't know why I'm being so cringe about it, but basically you pay for what you use. I haven't really thought about the viewer side of it or the creator side of it, but I think that the viewer side, viewers probably pay more in terms of just, I would say, more of a like fixed cost per hour of video watched or something. Like every hour of video that you watch is $1 of cost to you. And that just helps keep the platform running. It pays for the storage costs. Hell, it even pays the creators that you've watched. Something like that. Like, rather than paying the platform $30 a month and that somehow gets divided between all kinds of whatever, you don't watch videos that much, so like why are you paying $30 a month for, you don't watch videos that much? Whereas like, okay, I watched 30 hours of video this month, I'm gonna pay $30 for it. Seems a little more reasonable. I got my value out of it. I wouldn't say necessarily that would be the cost, but I think that the platform needs to make money somehow, but it doesn't need to make a lot of money. It just needs to make enough money to, keep things running. Well, it needs to, at the very least, make enough money to completely always break even on costs of the platform existing, which would include, compute power and storage, web hosting, whatever, internet traffic, databases, stuff like that. Like those costs gotta stay up. But then there's the other thing is, if there are, if I turned it into a business, a company, rather than just me as an individual, which is probably a good idea at some point. If I, ever made if I ever made like a prototype, like a private prototype or something, um, brain fart. Probably, yeah. If it is a business, I'd probably want to hire some people. Now I gotta pay those people. So now I also need to break even on that. Then also need to, it'd be nice for me to be able to get paid a bit too. So. And then there's the other thing is well, it'd be nice if creators on the platform could also make money from views. So being able to then pay them as well. And without ads, should I mention. And so I think that would be the other part of the cost to the viewer is, you watched a video from a creator, or you watched a video and some fraction of the cost to you is paid to the creator, but still the remaining of that is able to support the cost. I don't know, just some thoughts. The other thing is actually figuring out how much anything actually costs. And in a world of everything costs increasingly more every single day, is probably not a viable thing. And who's gonna use it? I don't know. I also thought about just better moderation. Like, I'm not saying that YouTube's wrong for using, or any platform really is wrong for using AI to moderate things. And I think it actually just makes sense, but the way they do it is wrong. I think the main problem is that the appeal process for these things just doesn't work. And the appeal process is also handled by an AI. That's the wrong part. And like, thinking about it is like, you have something like Discord. You have millions of users, and you have those millions of users sending hundreds and thousands of messages, just each of them sending hundreds of messages a day, or even more than that a day. And it's just like, it's impossible for a human to keep track of that. You've got to use some sort of compute, or some sort of computer to somehow moderate that. But then when it comes to that, if a user wants to appeal it, a human has to review that. If there's a computer reviewing the appeal as well and then saying final decision, that's not correct, because the same computer that decided some chat message was bad is also the same computer that's re-reviewing that and deciding that it's still going to decide it's bad. There's nothing different about it. Even so, like, that's where the whole point of the appeal is to have a person review it and go, oh, that wasn't good. And then also maybe update the computer to recognize that things like this aren't bad. And I would say for like a video upload platform like this, I would have to use some sort of computer stuff, AI, if you will. Machine learning is probably a little more appropriate to identify inappropriate content, whatever that may be, and take it down, or at least hide it from, being able to be viewed, and then it can be appealed, and when there's an appeal, it gets reviewed by an actual human. But that's where I feel like having a team of people to work on the project would probably be a good idea, because I'm sure once released to the public and disaster strikes, yeah, that'd be too much for one person to handle. Anyway, home server, video processing. Now, the thing is if I could do a lot of the video processing, at least in the early stages, on my home server, then basically that costs nothing. Because realistically, all the other shit I'm running on the home server cost me the most in like energy bills and stuff. So like video processing, nothing. It's like I have unlimited internet. I am already paying a fixed cost for my internet, and the energy usage, well, it's just what it is. The computer's not going to draw that much power. Got the cat looking out the window. But when it comes to moving all that to the cloud, that's where things get more expensive. Should make sure I'm still on Stream Beats. Yes. Alright, what do I currently have on there too? I have Minecraft. I'm so tired. I have a Minecraft server, I have a file server. I think that's kind of it right now. But yeah, I think I'm gonna need more CPU for it. I forgot what socket it is. I guess I can look. What's the command? Neofetch. Neofetch Arch Linux. Yes, my home server is on Arch Linux. It's so great. Sudo pacman -syu. Go ahead and update a bunch of stuff. What's up? I don't know if you can see Sriracha over there. I guess I should probably install Docker and run a lot of these things in Docker containers. Actually, there's something else that I could use. What is it called? Docker alternatives. Forgot what it's called. Podman. I think, is Podman like more lightweight than Docker? I mean, I guess a lot of these, some of these things already have like Docker containers like pre-made, so I might as well just use that. Where did that tab go? Okay, install neofetch sudo pacman, not pacmac. Sudo pacman -s neofetch, if I can spell it right. Target not found. I cannot install neofetch for some dumb reason. Alright, let's see. So if we look at Nextcloud, Nextcloud files. See, the problem is I don't know how to use Docker. The following instructions are meant for install. Interesting. No, I don't want to actually download that. There's something that someone told me about for a Git server as well. Here we go. I think there's this. I should really make... Alright, I guess we should stream plans. What do I want to do when I stream these next few days or months or weeks, I should say? Falling sand simulation for sure. Website. Maybe some home server stuff. Twitch overlay. Chat interaction. I think those are so good. I'm so tired. Okay, so Git server, fast, reliable. I was thinking of doing something like this. Because I like the UI as well. Yeah, this is worth figuring out. I really wish there was an easier thing for like containers in a way. Like if I wanted to do some like experimenting with something, but I didn't want to make a mess of my current system. Like using a VM feels way too heavy. And using Docker also feels too heavy and complicated. Whereas I just need something that I can start it up and it just works. And I don't have to do like all kinds of weird configuration and stuff. Or just like if I want to run a program that someone sent me, starting up a VM is pretty nice for that so I don't get hacked. The other thing was Bitwarden. I didn't actually know you could self-host Bitwarden. I feel like it was a little harder to find than I would have hoped, but there we go. Yeah, this needs Docker, which is fine. I would rather it go into a Docker container. Look, I can move the Steam thing now. I haven't played the Satisfactory in a while. I'm gonna play some Power Wash Sim. Gotta clean this stuff up. Alright, get up here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know what you pressed, but you were trying to uninstall my games there, Sriracha. Wait. You just took a bunch of screenshots. Silly cat. I don't know what keybind it is that does an uninstall, but there is a keybind for it. Yeah? Alright. Not sure why there's a keybind for uninstalling, but yeah. Alright. It's getting pretty late, so I'm gonna call it the end of the stream for today. I'll probably stream in the morning tomorrow, depending on how well I go to bed tonight. I will see you all. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.